Hey there, Libra. It's Jen here. I'm doing your mid-May reading. Thanks for joining me. Just a reminder that that we have on May 22nd, 26th, we have a pink full supermoon lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. So it's already a supermoon, meaning it's close to the Earth. Damn, these came out. And then it's Jupiter, which is expansive and a very positive, lucky, optimistic planet. So it's almost as though something's going to expand. This just flipped over. So the moon, I think, is significant for you. Something is going to expand so much, it pushes something out of the way. So how do I explain that? Well, I mean, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. There's something new coming in that's going to, there are certain things, they could be bad habits or it could even be something that's positive that you like as well, but there's something new that comes in that just is so encompasses so much of your time and energy, I think, in a really positive way. That other stuff, you just kind of have to let it go. And it ends up being really cathartic for you because it was almost a little bit of a Eight of Swords or a Tower moment, in the sense that you knew you needed to do something and you just couldn't get yourself to do it. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I just yawned. I didn't sleep well last night. And it just makes it easier to let go than you thought. There's something, or, maybe it's just your really practical thinking and sharp thinking, and you're just like, well, that's the way it is. That's what has to happen to move forward. So I did see this. I did a little bit of channeling for these mid-May, not much, but a little bit. And for you guys, I saw this scene where you're lying in bed with someone, and one of you is lower in the bed, and it's, like your head is kind of, the top of your head is kind of near their armpit area. I don't know, I'm telling you that. And the other person's stomach is bare, and one of you is like rubbing kind of circles or drawing your hand along the other person's stomach. And I started to have all these different messages, what that could mean coming in. But for some reason, I feel like I don't know what that means, if there will be a significant conversation around a scene like this. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable. My chair's wicked squeaky. Yeah, I don't, and I'm just going to leave it because I don't know. I'm just being felt that I'm just feeling that I need to just leave that scene for what it is. Let's look at the bottom. Yeah, Jesus Christ. So sorry. Nine of Swords, worry, insomnia, stress, anxiety, obsessing about something, worrying about something. And right in the middle here, we do have this Ten of Swords and this Five of Cups. So this is a breakup. This is grieving. Would you go from the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords in a reading like this? It is a good thing, because the Ten of Swords, it's rock bottom in a sense, but it's just like, it can be something really simple though. It doesn't have to be a big dramatic thing. Kind of like I was saying earlier, just like something's pushing something else out, and it's over. It's that moment in time when the decision is made in your brain. And that, again, that can be triggered by something big, but it can be triggered by something seemingly insignificant as well. The straw that breaks the camel's back. And you're just like, it's done. Something's just done. So you may grieve it a little, but maybe that's the other person. I see that you having a weird calmness about it, an acceptance, an acceptance. So you're okay. You're okay with it because it's being filled by all this positive stuff. And okay, it's a weird thing to try to explain what I'm getting. Two of Wands, yeah. And this really does go with that theme because we're humans. We're not machines. We have to sleep. We have to rest and things like that. We just can't go all the time. And the Two of Wands, and we only have so much mental energy and emotional energy, and not to mention just being able to stay awake. And the Two of Wands is like, okay, we have a couple things going on. Our energy split, but okay, where are we putting our energy, and where is it benefiting us, and where is it just the equivalent of opening all the windows and blasting the AC or the heat? It's just a waste of energy. And yeah, being thoughtful and intentional. That's not the word, but I can't think of the word. Yeah, being very aware of this. Like, it's not just a lot of times we just, I don't know, we're not aware of things. And this is saying, really going through that thought process. Like, what am I getting out of this? What makes sense? You know, I can only do so much, and let's be thoughtful about it. And so that may sort of be that thought process, something making that thought process happen, which leads you to this conclusion. Now we have this big old moon, and we already talked about the full moon. The full moon in Sag, which is already big. Sag is big, it's expansive, it's spontaneous, it likes to travel, it has a spiritual way of looking at life. It's higher education. This could be something like getting into a college or getting a job or something and having to move. And sometimes this has come up for quite a few people. And sometimes when that situation comes up, decisions about relationships have to be made. And so it kind of can force something that otherwise was just kind of going along. And so that's usually a good thing, because if when the thinking and the decision has to be made, you have to make a decision. You have to figure this out. Your hand is forced. You can't just keep ignoring it. You may be surprised doing that soul searching what you really, when rubber meets road, what your decision is. But the full moon in general is letting go, bringing things to fruition, letting go of things, so that we can make way for better things to come in, new things to come in, new experiences. But there may be a period between whenever you're watching this and the new moon where there's some sleepless nights and some stressing about this. But again, I almost feel like it's something, there's some straw, there's some phrase you hear, there's some, it could be like a little kid saying something, behind you in line at a store, like a song lyric, a scene from a movie, whatever, something you read, something you just think about, where all of a sudden it's clear, it's crystal clear. So the moon is about its feminine energy, its receptive energy. It's closely tied to water energy, as you can see in this picture, which is emotions, and that could be water signs. So if you've ever been outside at night, which I'm sure everyone has, and the moon's out, it can cast weird shadows. It's a very exhilarating feeling in some ways. Yeah, your senses are heightened because everything sort of, especially if there's snow, everything sounds different. I don't know. There's just your senses are like, oh, I have to listen and look and hear things because everything seems a little different at night for some reason. Um, and so it can be exhilarating and cool and inspiring, but it can also be a little bit, I'm not sure what I'm feeling here. I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. I'm not sure what I'm hearing here. I'm not, there can be some uncertainty because shadows can look kind of scary, but then if you were to come outside the next morning, it's like, oh, it's just a tree branch making a shadow or something, a part of the house or whatever. So I think that that's kind of the shift that will happen is from kind of the uncertainty and or the maybe something was very exhilarating, but now it's like again waking up the next day and it's like, okay, it's just a picnic table. I don't Okay, I don't really know what that means, but that's what came out, Libra. So I hope you have a really wonderful, wonderful rest of May. I see you feeling really free, and that's another Sag thing is they don't like to be tied down. They don't like to be controlled. They don't they don't really try too much to control everyone someone else. They'll kind of take their hands off and be like, "All right, but don't they just they're just not too into something that will tie them down or drag them down. So whatever you're being released from or starting new, where you're going to move in a new direction, it's um, you feel free. You feel, yeah, no longer tied down or held back or weighed down by something. Okay, this is really it. Thanks, Libra. Bye.